Okay, there's a very important case that's being heard before the United States Supreme Court that you need to be aware of. We're following here at American Family Association as a nonprofit organization. Ed Battagliano, Walker Wildman. Walker, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, we're talking about a case that was just heard this past week. Oral arguments were made before the Supreme Court, the U.S. Supreme Court, about a California law that basically states that nonprofits there in California have to reveal or publish their donor, the personal information of their donors, of their donor database, or their donor
What?
information. Yes. That was the California law.
Even churches?
Yeah, churches, any nonprofit across the state of California. Well, this was appealed through the court system, made its way to the Supreme Court this week, and that's the fundamentals of the case being heard at the Supreme Court.
Ed, what do you think will happen here?
Well, I think the Supreme Court, now you never can tell when the Supreme Court justices begin to ask questions because sometimes they're just being fair. You don't know how they're going to necessarily vote, but I'd be very surprised if the Supreme Court did not strike this California law down. It has all sorts of problems with it, the potential to abuse one particular political or religious viewpoint by publishing that information.
That's really what's at play here because California is very liberal and they're wanting to do this to try to hurt Christian and conservative groups, right?
Well, in 2008, during the Proposition 8 campaign, which was to try to change the Constitution in California to uphold only one man, one woman marriage, Brendan Eich, who was at that time CEO of Mozilla, he gave $1,000 to the Prop 8 campaign in favor of natural marriage. Well, his name was published, and he was forced to not only step down from his position, but to apologize to the LGBTQ community. That is what nonprofits on the conservative and religious side, Christian side of the perspective of the spectrum, are worried would happen once people's names and addresses are published after giving to a particular
because
nonprofit.
our side doesn't try to out people or shame people for being a part
or show up at their houses and
like the left does.
Yes,
like the intimidation crowd. Well, I think, as Ed said, I think this is going to fail at the Supreme Court, which will be great news. But we just wanted you to be aware of what's going on in this particular case. We'll see you next time on Reason and Company.